Everybody knows that the best hunting and fishing locations are oftentimes the hardest to get to because they're in shallow water, shallow, inaccessible water. The 1860 CCT from G3 boats is made for shallow water. It has flotation pods on the back, which I'll show you in a little bit, and a very low draft. By getting into shallow water, you get back into the best spots. But once you get back into the best spots, you need a tough and durable boat to get you in and out of the jungles where the best game and fish spots are. What's new for 2011 is that the 1860 CCT now comes in mossy oak 5-color breakup camo, making it a classy and sleek boat to put on the water for duck season, fishing season, or turkey season. The sides are aluminum, all welded. They're high, wide, and sturdy. As you come back the 18-foot 1-inch length, you'll notice that it has an 80-inch beam, which is a very, very wide footprint on the water. With the flotation pods that I mentioned earlier, the wide beam and the good long length, this is one of the sturdiest and most stable boats out on the water today. Let's walk back up to the front of this boat, because one of the things I want to show you is the trailering system. It's very unique compared to most of the trailers in the industry. This has the trail guard space-saving security, locking and detachable tongue. Why is that important? It's important for two reasons. One, if you have the boat at a motel or you have to park it somewhere, you can remove the front portion of the tongue with a keyed lock, take it with you inside of your motel room, and no one can hook onto the boat. I think that's important for safety and security on the road. Number two, if you have garage space that's not quite as long as you like, you can remove the tongue from the trailer and gain an extra couple of feet to get the boat into your garage. It sits on a custom 3-inch painted G3 trailer, which is made by Bayer. The G3 trailer gives it curb appeal, and it's great and easy to travel down the highway with. It also has custom wheels in the back and carpeted bunks. I want to take a closer look at the design of the center console tunnel in breakup camo at the back of the boat. With the flotation pods that I mentioned earlier, the hole is designed so that the water shoots down the center of the hole and you can raise the motor much higher, so you don't really have the prop down below the boat. It's basically even, and that's where the shallow water draft comes from. The flotation pods that I mentioned earlier provide additional flotation to help lift the rear and lift the motor a little higher out of the water. The pods are located on both sides of the motor, and although this boat has a 90 on it, it's also rated all the way down to a 50, and it runs great with a 50 as well. As with all of G3's products, they're teamed up with Yamaha and Yamaha motors so that you have a quality package from bow to stern. One thing I like about this is there's a trim switch at the motor and also one at the helm. Now let's take a look at some of the features inside the 1860 CCT. The 1860 in mossy oak breakup has plenty of deck space up front. It's pre-wired for an optional trolling motor, and there's a good flat space on the bow of the boat to mount the trolling motor either to the right or to the left. Up front, there's anodized cleats to tie off easily to the dock. There's also already put into the boat a seat pedestal base for a screw-in type pedestal, so you can quickly turn the 1860 CCT into a fishing rig. There's massive storage into the front deck with 2 lockable storage lockers. You can easily hold a large tackle box or a good amount of hunting supplies for duck hunting or turkey hunting. There's a easy step up onto the front deck on both sides. Although the front deck is smooth painted mossy oak 5-color breakup, you'll find that the interior and the floor plan is non-skid vinyl flooring in the same mossy oak color. The console has a live well in front of the windshield, which is convenient for the fishermen on the front of the deck. It has nice padded mossy oak seats, which are very comfortable for your passenger when you're going down the river or the lake. It has a black anodized rail that surrounds the windshield and gives the driver a good sturdy handhold. The mossy oak camo is infused also into this custom molded fiberglass console, so the boat matches all the way across. The camouflage console has rod storage, 3-position rod storage on each side of the boat, giving you an easy location to store 6 rods out of the way. The helm is easily laid out, and the driver's seat is comfortable with a nice cushioned mossy oak back. The console has a fuel gauge, switches across the top, bilge pumps, aerator, master power, navigation lights, and interior lights for low light situations. As usual, all the boats are installed with quality Yamaha controls. Another thing that I like, and I feel like should be standard on most boats these days, is a 12-volt power point to keep your cell phone and all of your electronics that you have on the dash fully charged and ready to go. There's additional storage under this molded console. A trolling motor battery can go right here to run your trolling motor, and it's pre-wired from here to the bow. There's also some additional storage underneath this console. The captain's seat is comfortable and flips forward and backward. So if the man on the front running the trolling motor is going forward, the passenger can comfortably relax and watch some trolling lines out the back. It also doubles as a very large cooler, so you can stay fully hydrated when you're out in the sun. Stepping up onto the back platform, we can see that it also has a seat pedestal base for an additional fishing chair. The back is nice and high because the motor is raised so that the water can channel down the tunnel that I talked about before. Under the rear deck, there's a battery, some additional storage, 2 bilge pumps because it is a tunnel boat, so you need a bilge pump for each side, and there's a large fuel tank with a quality Yamaha fuel water separator. Experienced sportsmen recognize that this many quality features adds up to value. If you're looking for a quality boat that will run very shallow draft water so you can get back into the hot spots where the hunting and fishing doesn't get tapped, try out the 1860 Cct in the new mossy oak breakup camo pattern in 2011.